The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 runs Android 4.3 Jelly Bean with the latest iteration of TouchWiz on top. Samsung has given the Note 3 a ton of new features, with most of them taking full advantage of the all-new S Pen. Unlocking the phone is done via the familiar Samsung lock screen. It brings many features such as lock screen widgets, app shortcuts on the bottom, as well as a custom message to greet you. Past the lock screen, there are the traditional home screen panes, which hold your widgets and app shortcuts. Samsung has created the Note 3 with a slew of custom widgets like S-Travel, S-Note, and Samsung Hub. You can manage the home screen with a pinch to zoom gesture to delete, add, or rearrange panels. The notification area is business as usual and holds 5 toggles that can be used to quickly enable and disable features. There are more than 5 toggles, of course, and you can swipe horizontally to get to the others or turn the Note 3 in landscape mode and see an additional 3. You can also tap the expand button, which reveals a grid of all shortcuts, 22 in total. Below the connectivity toggles is the display brightness slider complete with an auto checkbox. You can remove this slider to get more room for notifications. The app drawer hasn't changed too much since the early days of Nature UX. The app shortcuts are presented as a customizable grid, alphabetized grid, or list, and you can hide shortcuts, which is good for bloatware you can't uninstall. You can also view only downloaded apps, uninstall apps, and add folders. You can disable apps straight from the app drawer, which is a good feature because they won't take any RAM or appear unwanted in the task manager. The app switcher interface is the same as well. There's a list of thumbnails of all the recent apps, which can be swiped to dismiss, and there are 3 buttons at the bottom: Task Manager, Google Now, and Kill All Apps. The S Pen is intended to be the central pillar around the user interface of the Note 3, but if you're not into using a stylus, you can easily do without it. However, you'll be missing out, as there are a bunch of cool S Pen features. Once you pull the S Pen out, you won't be greeted with the old S Pen dedicated home pane. Instead, the OS will pop up the new Air Command menu. The new menu is available anywhere throughout the UI. You just need to press the side button on the S Pen. The Air Command menu itself is a virtual ring with 5 shortcuts: Action Memo, Scrapbooker, ScreenWrite, S-Finder, and Pen Window. S-Note is an application that allows you to create and customize notebooks. There are 9 preset notebooks to choose from, but you can also create your own custom look from images in your gallery. After you're done creating a notebook, you can go ahead and fill it with notes, drawings, images, on which you can draw or doodle, and more. The app gives you a nice little preview of the notes inside a notebook when you swipe it down in the main window. The Galaxy Note 3 emphasizes heavily on multitasking, and there are a bunch of features that help you do more in less time. First up is multi-window, which now allows launching 2 instances of the same app. For example, you can have 2 Chrome windows next to each other. There's also a dedicated shortcut that lets you switch the places of the 2 opened apps. Then there's the pen window, which we've already mentioned. It lets you launch a mini window with one of the supported apps by drawing a rectangle on the screen. The Note 3 will then fit the floating app in said rectangle, correcting the aspect, of course. Samsung has kept the air gestures it introduced with the Note 2, such as Air View, Quick Glance, Air Call, and more. Smart Stay, Smart Rotate, and Smart Scroll are also on board. Since the Note 3 is a fairly large device, Samsung has developed a one-handed operation mode which works like a charm. It's activated by quickly swiping left and then right on the home screen. This puts the whole user interface into a smaller frame, essentially making the phone use just part of the screen. The window is at minimum 4 inches in diagonal and can be resized. It gives you shortcut buttons to the volume rocker, home, back, and menu buttons.